Have you ever caught your cat staring at an empty corner of the room, completely fixated on something you can't see? Or watched them leap through the darkness with perfect precision, as if they possess night vision goggles? What if I told you that your adorable feline friend is actually a supernatural being with powers that science is only beginning to understand? Today we're diving deep into the hidden abilities of cats, powers that have captivated humans for thousands of years and turned these mysterious creatures into gods, guardians, and legends. By the end of this video, you'll never look at your cat the same way again. Let's uncover the 10 hidden powers of cats. Power number 1, supernatural hearing. Let's start with something that seems ordinary but is actually extraordinary: a cat's hearing. You might think your cat is ignoring you when you call their name, but the truth is far more interesting. Cats can hear sounds up to 64,000 hertz, while humans can only detect up to 20,000 hertz. That means cats can hear ultrasonic frequencies that are completely invisible to our ears. But why would they need such incredible hearing? In the wild, rodents communicate using ultrasonic squeaks that most predators can't detect. Cats evolved this superpower specifically to hunt these tiny, squeaking creatures. Your cat can literally hear a mouse breathing from several feet away. Think about that for a moment. While you're sitting in your living room thinking it's quiet, your cat is experiencing a completely different acoustic reality. They can hear the electrical hum of your appliances, the ultrasonic pest deterrents your neighbors use, even the high-pitched sounds that insects make. It's like they're living in a parallel dimension of sound. This is why your cat sometimes jumps at seemingly nothing or stares intensely at your wall. They're not crazy. They're hearing things you literally cannot perceive. They might be hearing a rodent inside your walls, or even the ultrasonic communication between bats outside your window. Ancient Egyptians believed cats could hear the whispers of the gods. Now we know they were kind of right. Cats really do hear things from another world, just not a supernatural one. Or is it? Power number 2, night vision. Have you ever wondered how your cat navigates perfectly through your house in complete darkness? It's because they possess something called the tapetum lucidum, which is essentially a biological mirror behind their retinas. This reflective layer bounces light back through the retina, giving photoreceptors a second chance to capture photons. It's why cat eyes glow when you shine a light at them in the dark. But here's where it gets truly impressive. Cats need only 1/6 the amount of light that humans need to see clearly. Imagine having built-in night vision goggles. That's essentially what your cat has. But it gets even better. Cats have a higher concentration of rod cells in their eyes compared to humans. Rod cells are specialized for detecting motion and seeing in low light. This is why cats are such effective twilight hunters. They're literally designed to see in the dim light of dawn and dusk. There's a reason why cats were associated with the moon and nighttime in ancient cultures. In Japanese folklore, the bakaneko is a supernatural cat that gains powers during the night. In Celtic mythology, the cat Seath was a fairy creature that walked between worlds in darkness. These weren't just superstitions. Ancient people recognized that cats possessed abilities that seemed magical when the sun went down. Your cat watching you from across a dark room isn't just creepy. It's a demonstration of evolutionary perfection. They can see you perfectly while you stumble around looking for the light switch. In those moments, they are the apex predator, and you are just another clumsy creature of the day. However, there's a trade-off. In bright light, cats actually see less detail than humans. Their eyes are optimized for hunting at dawn and dusk, not reading books at noon. It's a reminder that every superpower comes with its limitations. Power number 3, the writing reflex. You've probably heard the saying that cats always land on their feet, but do you know how incredible this ability actually is? It's not just about flexibility, it's about a neurological superpower that activates in milliseconds. When a cat begins to fall, specialized sensors in their inner ear immediately detect which way is up. Their brain processes this information and sends signals to their body faster than you can blink. The cat then rotates their head first, followed by their spine and finally their hindquarters, all while keeping their eyes fixed on the ground below. This is called the writing reflex, and it develops when kittens are just 3 to 4 weeks old. But here's what makes it truly supernatural. Cats can complete this rotation in less than half a second, and they can do it from a fall as short as 1 foot. The physics involved are mind-bending. Cats essentially use their spine like a gyroscope, rotating different parts of their body at different speeds to generate angular momentum from nothing. It defies what seems physically possible, rotating in mid-air without pushing off anything. Scientists have studied this phenomenon extensively because it challenges our understanding of physics. NASA even studied falling cats to better understand rotation in zero gravity. Think about that. Space agencies study cats to understand how to move in space. But the superpower doesn't stop there. Cats also spread their legs out like a parachute to increase air resistance and slow their fall. And when they land, their flexible joints and powerful leg muscles act as shock absorbers, distributing the impact force across their entire body. There are documented cases of cats surviving falls from over 30 stories high. One cat fell 32 stories onto concrete and walked away with just a chipped tooth and a collapsed lung. How is that even possible? Because cats have unlocked a level of spatial awareness and body control that seems almost supernatural. Power number 4, healing vibrations. Now we're getting into territory that sounds like pure magic. Cats can literally heal themselves and potentially others through purring. Yes, that gentle rumbling sound your cat makes when content is actually a biological healing mechanism. Cats purr at a frequency between 25 and 150 Hz. And here's where it gets scientific. Research has shown that vibrations at these specific frequencies promote bone density, help heal fractures, reduce pain and swelling, and even promote tissue regeneration. This isn't pseudoscience. This is documented medical research. Physical therapists sometimes use devices that vibrate at similar frequencies to help patients recover from injuries. Your cat has been doing this naturally for millions of years. But why would cats evolve this ability? The leading theory is that because cats sleep 12 to 16 hours a day, they needed a way to keep their bones and muscles strong without constant physical activity. Purring provides low-energy stimulation that maintains bone density and muscle tone even while resting. Think about how cats purr when they're injured or sick. They're not just comforting themselves emotionally, they're actively triggering biological healing processes. It's like they have a built-in medical device that runs on contentment. And then there's the human connection. Many cat owners report feeling calmer and less stressed when their cat purrs on their lap. Is this just psychological? Maybe not. Those healing frequencies don't stop at your cat's body. The vibrations travel through you too. Studies have shown that cat owners have lower blood pressure, reduced risk of heart disease, and better stress management than people without cats. Could the purring frequency be part of this? Some researchers think so. Ancient Egyptians called cats mao, which sounds remarkably like meow, but it also means to see or light. They believed cats could see and heal wounds in both the physical and spiritual world. Modern science suggests they weren't entirely wrong. Power number 5, psychic whiskers. Those cute whiskers on your cat's face aren't just adorable accessories. They're sophisticated sensory organs that give cats a type of spatial awareness that borders on precognition. Whiskers are technically called vibrissae, and they're incredibly sensitive. Each whisker is embedded deep in your cat's body and surrounded by nerve endings and blood vessels. These whiskers can detect the slightest changes in air currents, allowing cats to sense objects and movements around them without seeing or touching anything. Imagine being able to feel the shape and distance of objects through changes in the air. That's essentially what cats can do. When a cat walks through a narrow space, their whiskers tell them exactly whether their body will fit through, without trial and error. It's like having a real-time 3D mapping system installed in your face. But it goes further. Cats have whiskers not just on their face, but above their eyes, on their chin, and even on the backs of their front legs. Each set serves a specific purpose. The leg whiskers help them gauge the distance and movement of prey they've caught. The whiskers above their eyes trigger a protective blink reflex if something comes too close. At night, when even their superior vision has limits, whiskers become their primary navigation tool. They can see the room through air displacement, navigating perfectly through pitch-black environments. It's echolocation without the echo, spatial awareness through pure sensation. This is why you should never trim a cat's whiskers. You'd essentially be blinding them to an entire dimension of sensory information. It would be like suddenly losing your ability to feel texture with your fingertips. Ancient sailors believed that cats could predict storms because they would act restless before bad weather arrived. They weren't wrong. Cats can sense changes in barometric pressure through their whiskers and their inner ears, giving them advance warning of approaching storms. Power number 6, time perception. Have you ever noticed how your cat seems to know exactly when it's feeding time, even if you've varied the schedule? Or how they wait by the door minutes before you arrive home? Cats have an uncanny sense of time that suggests they experience it differently than we do. Research suggests that cats have an internal biological clock that's incredibly precise. They can anticipate regular events with accuracy that seems almost supernatural. But the really interesting part is how cats might perceive time's passage. Because cats process visual information faster than humans, they can see up to 100 frames per second, while humans max out around 60. Some scientists theorize that cats might actually experience time in slow motion compared to us. Imagine watching a video in slow motion. You'd catch details that others miss, react faster, and have more time to make decisions. This could explain their incredible reflexes. When a cat swats a fly out of the air or dodges your hand in the blink of an eye, they might not be reacting fast. They might just have more subjective time to plan their movement. It's the same principle that makes time feel slower during emergencies for humans. Your brain speeds up its processing, making everything else seem slower. For cats, this might be their default state. Think about how different the world would feel if you perceived time 40% slower than everyone around you. You'd seem to have superhuman reflexes. You'd notice patterns and rhythms invisible to others. You'd know when things were about to happen before they did. This temporal superpower might also explain why cats can be so patient. Hours of waiting to ambush prey wouldn't feel as long to them as it would to us. They're not just patient, they're operating on a different timescale entirely. Power number 7, flexibility beyond physics. Cats are liquid, or at least they might as well be. A cat's skeleton contains 244 bones, 40 more than humans, and many of these bones are tiny vertebrae that give their spine extraordinary flexibility. But numbers don't capture how bizarre this flexibility actually is. Cats can rotate their spine 180 degrees. They can fit through any opening that their head can fit through because they have no functioning collarbone. It's either free-floating or absent entirely. This means their shoulder blades can move independently, allowing them to squeeze through impossibly small spaces. Watch a cat jump onto a narrow ledge. They don't just land, they contort their body mid-flight, adjusting their shape to match the landing surface. It's like they're made of memory foam rather than bones and muscles. This flexibility isn't just for show. In the wild, it allows cats to chase prey through dense vegetation, squeeze into burrows, and escape from larger predators. A flexible cat is a survivor. But the truly supernatural part is how quickly they can move from complete relaxation to full contortion. One moment your cat is sleeping peacefully, the next they've twisted themselves into a pretzel to scratch their ear. The speed of this transformation defies what seems possible for a living creature. Eastern cultures believed that cats could walk between worlds because they weren't bound by the physical laws that constrained other creatures. Watching a cat squeeze under a door that seems far too small, you can understand why. Power number 8, chemical communication. Your cat's world is built on invisible messages that they read and write constantly. Through scent glands on their face, paws, and tail, cats are having complex chemical conversations that we're completely blind to. When your cat rubs against you, they're not just showing affection, they're marking you with pheromones, claiming you as part of their territory and family. It's simultaneously sweet and possessive, love and ownership mixed together. But the real superpower is the Jacobson's organ, also called the vomeronasal organ. You've probably seen your cat make a weird face with their mouth slightly open, upper lip curled back. That's called the Fleeman response, and they're doing it to direct pheromones to this special organ in the roof of their mouth. This organ can detect chemical signatures that reveal another cat's sex, health status, emotional state, and reproductive readiness. It's like reading someone's complete medical and emotional profile through smell. Imagine having that ability at a party. You'd know who was stressed, who was sick, and who was attracted to you, all without anyone saying a word. Cats live in a world of chemical messages we can't perceive. Every surface they touch, every cat they meet, every place they go leaves and receives invisible information. It's like the internet, but written in scent instead of data. This is why cats are so obsessed with smelling everything. They're not just curious, they're reading the news, checking their messages, and updating their own status for others to read. Power number 9, predatory perfection. Let's talk about what cats were born to do: hunt. And when I say they're perfect hunters, I mean that almost literally. Cats are so effective at hunting that they're considered one of the most successful predators on Earth. Studies show that domestic cats are successful in about 32% of their hunting attempts. That might not sound impressive until you compare it to lions at 25% or wolves at 14%. Your fluffy house cat is a more efficient killer than the king of the jungle. But the statistics don't capture the artistry involved. Cats don't just catch prey, they demonstrate tactical genius that would impress military strategists. First, there's the stalk. Cats move in slow motion, keeping their body low, using cover effectively, freezing when the prey looks their direction. They're patient, sometimes spending 15 minutes to cover 20 feet. Then there's the calculation. Before they pounce, cats wiggle their hindquarters. They're not just being cute, they're testing their footing and calculating the exact trajectory needed for a successful leap. The pounce itself is explosive. Cats can jump up to 6 times their body length, and in mid-air they're already adjusting for their prey's movement, twisting their body to intercept rather than just aiming for where the prey was. But here's the truly impressive part: the killing bite. Cats instinctively bite at the back of the neck, targeting the space between vertebrae to sever the spinal cord instantly. This isn't learned, it's hardwired into their brain. They're born knowing exactly where to bite for a clean kill. When your cat brings you a gift of a dead mouse, they're not being gross. They're demonstrating a skill perfected over millions of years of evolution. They're showing you their superpower. Power number 10, 9 lives, survival instinct. And finally, we arrive at the most famous cat power of all: 9 lives. While obviously metaphorical, this legend exists because cats have an almost supernatural ability to survive situations that would kill other animals. We already discussed their righting reflex, but their survival abilities go far beyond that. Cats can survive without food for up to 2 weeks by metabolizing their own body fat. They can survive with minimal water because their kidneys are incredibly efficient, a trait inherited from their desert-dwelling ancestors. Their immune systems are remarkably robust. Cats can survive venomous snake bites that would kill animals much larger than themselves. They have an uncanny ability to find shelter and safety even in unfamiliar environments. Lost cats have been documented traveling hundreds of miles to return home, navigating using methods we still don't fully understand. Perhaps most impressively, cats have a psychological resilience that borders on the supernatural. They can endure trauma, adapt to new environments, and recover from injuries that would break other animals. There are countless stories of cats surviving disasters, trapped in collapsed buildings for weeks, buried in avalanches, caught in hurricanes. While other animals perish, cats somehow endure. This survival instinct is so strong that it's influenced human culture across the globe. In ancient Egypt, cats were sacred animals associated with the goddess Bastet. In Norse mythology, the goddess Freya's chariot was pulled by cats. In Japanese culture, the maneki neko brings good luck. Cats have been revered, feared, worshipped, and mythologized in every culture they've encountered. Why? Because humans recognize these creatures possess something special, a collection of abilities that seem too perfect, too powerful, too magical to be mere biology. The next time your cat stares at nothing, remember, they're not seeing nothing. They're experiencing a reality richer, stranger, and more complex than we can imagine. They're supernatural beings walking among us, tolerating our presence, occasionally gracing us with their affection. And maybe, just maybe, those ancient cultures that worshipped cats as gods weren't so foolish after all. If you enjoyed uncovering these hidden powers, let me know in the comments which power surprised you most. And if your cat has ever done something that seemed impossible, share your story below. Until next time, treat your cat with the respect they deserve, because now you know what they're truly capable of.